Hello and welcome to Freedom News, the news you can use to help keep Canada free. As I'm sure all of you are already well aware of, the Ethics Commissioner has come out with the Trudeau Report Part 2 and has found him guilty yet again of violating ethics laws. Now, of course, there has been a vast amount of outrage, and rightfully so, amongst Canadians. And, of course, a lot of people are saying, well, why isn't he in jail then? Why, all this? What, he's just going to walk? Well, I'm going to take some time with this video to explain the system as I know it. Our ethics laws, though deemed laws, aren't in the same respect as laws under the criminal code. Our ethics laws are the purview of the ethics commissioner to use to guide them in investigation and determining whether or not they have been broken. The criminal code is where actual law enforcement, the police, from the RCMP on down, that is where they do their investigations. So the police are not going to get involved in investigating situations that fall under ethics laws because it's not the criminal code. They do investigations that deal with the criminal code. That being said, of course, reports that come out from the ethics commissioner, these are used primarily as a accountability tool, as a way to ensure that the government remains accountable to the people. Ultimately, it is up to us as voters to make them pay for their trespasses. That's our responsibility as voters. And of course, the opposition's responsibility, as Andrew Scheer has done extremely well, is to help bring this to light all the more. They, of course, are hammering this message home, making sure people understand what is exactly at stake here, what's going on, and that is their way of holding this government to account, and to encourage us voters to take up our responsibility and vote this government out. So that's what that is. And of course, what to say, the Ethics Commissioner's report can be used by law enforcement to give them, after looking at a report, to see whether there's probable cause to launch a criminal investigation under the criminal code. As the RCMP has actually come out and said that they are looking into this very carefully to see if indeed there is probable cause to launch a criminal investigation under the criminal code, which would affect obstruction of justice. See, the Ethics Commissioner does not have the power to investigate under the criminal code. As I said, that is up to the RCMP. So that is also one part the Ethics Commissioner does play, these reports do play, is providing evidence that aid in RCMP investigations. So that is the process. That is where we're at now. The RCMP is looking at this report and determining whether or not warrants a investigation by them on the criminal matter, I would assume, under obstruction of justice, which is a very likely case. So that's where we're at now. I know it feels like, what was the point of all this? But it's a process. It's in a way like an impeachment process in the States. In the States, just because a president is impeached does not mean that they are thrown out of office. It is like they go through the process of impeachment is the equivalent of laying a charge, then there's an investigation, If found guilty, yeah, the president is forced out, is removed from office. They've had a few presidents who've been impeached, but never removed from office. Bill Clinton was impeached, but not removed from office. As an example, so these two ethics reports that are against Trudeau, where he's been found guilty of violating our ethics laws, are definitely marks against him. It just doesn't fall under criminal code, therefore he cannot be criminally charged. There has to be an investigation to see if he did indeed violate the criminal code under obstruction of justice or whatever criminal code the RCMP feels is applicable. And if they, through their investigation, determine yes, a violation of the criminal code did transpire, then obviously they will have to have charges laid. Actually, it goes to the Crown to filing of charges, a trial, then there'll be their arrest, trial commence, and so on and so forth. I hope this explains the whole process and what's going on. I know I've waited a while for this. I've been kind of just preoccupied and just wanted to give myself a bit of a rest, take it all in, and determine how I was going to handle this. But that is my analysis of this. Like I said, I hope you find it useful, and let's see. Hopefully, he will be investigated, charged, tried, and convicted. And let's hope this happens. Some of this stuff begins to happen, prior to October 21st. It'll really hurt him in the polls, of course. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you like, share, comment, of course, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're able to, please feel free to click the PayPal donation link in the description. Thank you, and God bless.